Yes, okay. In the man. Whoa, GBO2. You can already see we got some Sentinel stuff here. But, yeah. Just gonna wait for some people to dip on in. And we'll get to discussing and cussing about GBO2. Because, you know, if there's a game that I'm not gonna be cussing and discussing about, it's gonna be GBO2. Alright. Let's go ahead and wait for some people to come in. I say talking to myself. They finally done it. Hello, Zerglue. Hello, Ender Skull 99. ZZ Buff, let's go. Oh, actually, before we start this, I accidentally skipped a super chat on the. I accidentally skipped a super chat from the last stream. I focused on James giving me the $20 super chat, but I forgot about Christopher Peck, who sent a $2 sticker that said "cool" on it. So, you know, I forgot to mention that. So if you're out there, Christopher, thank you for the $2. And we'll go ahead and, you know, we got 6 people here. How you guys doing? Yeah, ZZ Buff, let's go. They gave the ZZ its wings, yep, and beam guns, shoulder cannons. 2 things everybody wanted. Oh boy, the Gundams, yes. And thank you, Moggy, with the straight up just balls. Very, nice discussing. But yeah, are you guys ready for Halloween? I'm not. Actually, well, I guess for this game, yeah. I forgot to get a Halloween costume, but maybe I'll do a video for Halloween. I don't know why they waited a year to give it G-Fortress mode. The second I saw the XS, I knew the G-Fortress was possible. I think, if I remember correctly, the Double Zeta, it's a bunch of individual ships, right? And then it could transform in G-Fortress and all that. So I guess they didn't want to add any extra bullshit to the game, or maybe they were low on budget and they couldn't give it the transformation. I don't know. But, you know, seeing as they have a CGI cutscene and they made their own single-player game, I guess they're looking back at some of these suits. No, who knows? If you're out there, Christopher, we know where you live. A $1.99 from Moggy. Frowny faces. Damn, Moggy. Oh no, that's not frowny faces, kissy faces. Okay. Well, you see, I'm not into that, Moggy. Sorry. Thank you for the $1.99 though, motherfucker. But that's nothing compared to the Gigan with fuel tanks. Yeah, we also got the Gigan. That's gonna be our Halloween suit, but we'll get into that here in a second. Also, Unicorn Gian Gigan. Hopefully, with the ZZ buff, they give it more thrusters. Yeah, I'm going to guess they might buff a little bit more stuff about the ZZ. Because how many times have they buffed it now? Twice? 3 times? And it's still considered pretty low to a lot of people. Me included. At least lower compared to the rest of 650 suits. I think the only things that are lower than the Double Zeta are like the suits that are coming up from 600 and below. Even though there's still some suits I think are good like that, like the C1 and the Doven Wolf. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and take a look here. So, we got the introduction here. Greetings, pilots. How do you do in this early autumn? This is Uda. I think that's how you say that. Uda or Oda. Uda, the developing director, and I'm thinking about how the temperature is dropping fast with everyone in thick clothes and trying to figure out where is the lovely autumn. Not in Texas, and it's still hot as fuck over here. Finally, Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy, calling Code Fairy below, was released right a few days before. Excuse me. A game to enjoy the story online with the same control system GBO2, and please check the collaboration info so they got collaboration, click there. But maybe today's topic is a little bit central to Code Fairy, just a little bit. By the way, there's also updates of MS and a new function in GBO2. Now let me turn into today's topics. So the new MS we're going to get for Wednesday is the Nero Trainer type. ZZ does really nice in space. Yeah, they can do pretty alright. But, yeah, the trainer type, which they made a point to say that it doesn't stand for, like, it's not a training suit. So we'll take a look at this. The new MS Nero Trainer type from Gundam Sentinel. For ground and space, 450 raid unit. And here are the MS settings, performance ahead of the official release. I'm not going to click on that video, unfortunately. You're going to have to go look at it. I don't want to disconnect like last time I tried to look at a video. I live in Texas. Yeah, quite a lot of people live in Texas. So yeah, it's going to be a 450 raid unit. And if it's going to be a raid unit at this cost, I'm going to imagine two things. A heavy attack, probably. And maybe some boost gauge just from looking at the suit. Alright, well, let's... Anaheim Electronics has taken over the concept of the GM, a variation of the equipment for the Earth Federation Force mass-produced MS Nero, which was developed based on the latest Gundam type, which Nero, I think it's a pretty fine suit. I actually haven't made a video on it yet, now that I think about it. I completely forgot about it. Look at everything else before. The name trainer is not a meaning of MS for training. It is a high-capability MS that has been trained in combat as a simulated enemy mobile suit with highly skilled pilots of the commander class on board. As a raid unit, it offers a wide range of capabilities, including mobility, which we can already guess because it's a raid. It can handle a variety of battle situations by using its range armament. I cannot pronounce today. That mixes beams and live ammunition, and its skill heavy attack for close combat. It's also equipped with reverse to rapidly turn the MS while moving at high speeds. So not only does it have a heavy attack, it also has the quick turn from the vertex. So that will make it the second suit with that ability, or though if you want to count the Zoc, yeah, third suit. So it's like, okay, well, you know, it's kind of, you can't have a raid nowadays without a fucking heavy attack and a whole bunch of skills. You know, it uses beams and live ammunition, so I'm guessing you can choose between a beam rifle that stuns or a bazooka. So that's nice, you know, nice little raid. Pretty sure the regular Nero will shred the raids. The raid that's coming, the Nero's melee is insane. I'm imagining since, you know, the Nero has great melee damage, this thing will probably have it too, especially if it's a raid and it's going to get the heavy attack. I regret not picking up ZZ and RT Shop. And hey, whenever one of those newer suits come out in the RT Shop, you should definitely, you know, try and get one of those. ZZG Fortress, baby. Yep. Before we get there, we're going to take a look at the new feature, the enhanced boost and hangar. I have good news for you all pilots. Okay. Leon LeCraft, the person in charge of the hangar, has implemented an additional feature. You know, she did it herself. You know, she's an AI. Enhanced boost. So now you can use a whole bunch of tickets in one upgrade, which, thank God. You know, some people have more than 14 tickets. Up until now, up to 14 mechanic tickets can be used at the hangar one time, but this enhanced boost will allow you to increase the enhancement value obtained at one time by adding more tickets to the number of tickets used when enhancing the MS. Say I can go up above 14 and you get a boost. In addition to 14 cards of reduced upgrading time, boost upgrade by using 14 tickets. Total of 200 upgrade value can be gained in a single upgrade. So you can use 2 stacks of 14. Okay, I thought it just meant you can use however many you want, but sure. That means when you try to enhance the system with a mechanic increase ticket in the past, you had to repeat, put in the hangar, take it out, looping. But with this addition function, you don't need to do that anymore. So now you still have to do it if you have, you know, a lot of tickets, but I guess it's somewhat shorter. Could just made it where you just put as much as we want in there, but okay. In the video, it has hit missiles for this Nero. Oh, see, I can't play the video because it might crash the stream like it did last time I tried to do this, so I'm just gonna let that up for. I'm gonna leave it up for you guys to look at. I bet the ZZ will come in the RT shop this week so the others can try it. Maybe. Nero Trainer is funny because it isn't the suit people train in. It's the suit the teachers beat up new pilots in. Yeah, you just gotta train people, you know. The enhanced boost will upgrade your suit from 100 to 101. Hell yeah. I don't have enough RT. If it shows up, I'm going to be salty. I was in the RT shop before and don't have enough at the time. Damn. Yeah, it's going to suck if it appears. But yeah, speaking of the ZZ Gundam fans, here I come. In response to all pilots' great feedback, which I'm pretty sure a lot of those were like salty people going, "Where the fuck?" Although some people, rightfully questioned where it was. We have recreated a completely new ZZ Gundam. As a result, we have been working on the new model at the same. We have been working on the new model at the same time, and thank you all for patient waiting. Because of this, we were able to transform it into the G Fortress form, which was particularly popular request. Yeah, it kind of feel like it should have been in there in the beginning. This will increase the number of tactical options and attacks compared to the previous ZZ Gundam, which that is true. Flying really does add a bunch of options to a suit. Even though, as the supports, even though their transformation mode is significantly suckier than the raid and general transformation modes, it's still way better to be flying, or situations you can do while flying. If you're like in the C1 or something, or the Method Sky, and it also comes with some more weapons. I can't read that. We also implemented the double cannon on the back, which was the second most requested feature. In the original anime, it was only shown firing straight up, but by taking advantage of the transformation gimmick, we have made it possible to shoot horizontally. Which, honestly, I don't think you're taking advantage of the transformation gimmick. You're just flipping the cannons down and shooting it like they're shoulder cannons, but okay. Kind of like how the Gauze does it. For those of you who have been using the ZZ Gundam in its current form, we apologize for the change in feel, but all 5 of you, but we hope you'll enjoy using the new ZZ Gundam once again with the new feeling. We also make other minor adjustments based on battle record data, so yeah, they will be buffing it in other areas as well. So I'm going to assume it's probably going to keep everything it has right now, and then they'll just add this other stuff to it and maybe adjust some damage, maybe like the missiles or something, maybe increase the speed because this thing's fucking slow. Let's see. Basically a continue upgrading button. Yeah, that's what that hanger upgrade thing was. Not an anime intensifies. Nice. Others thought the enhanced ZZ will get this. That's if it even comes to the game. Oh, I'm pretty sure the enhanced ZZ is going to be in the game. It definitely will at some point. Finally, will the double cannon stun, or will it be like the Mark III cannons? We don't know. We'll have to see. I'm going to assume it probably will stun, so that way you can do like an easy combo of shoot with the shoulder cannon straight into your double beam gun, and then maybe use missiles after that, or maybe you can transform and then add more damage. Maybe get into a stun lock with your shoulder cannons. So yeah, this will definitely increase the viability of the ZZ. The beam saber holders can rotate. Lift the backpack up so the cannon can shoot forward. We apologize that we're making the suit feel good. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the 5 people of you that played this suit, even though it was like not as good as the other 650 suits, but we made it better. We're sorry. Oh shit, ZZ will transform. Yep. What about the Babu? Well, the Babu's trickier. I think the Babu has a better excuse for not being able to transform, because it's actually it can transform into 2 different ships. It has the Nutter and the Topper, I want to call it. But that's 2 different ships. That's going to be a little bit harder to do unless they want to make it to where you can transform, and then when you get shot out of the sky, you're just instantly in your mobile suit mode again or something like that. I had an idea where you can actually, like if you squat down and press like the middle button, you can use your topper form. You can fly around, go shoot at people, and then you can get back to your bottom half, and you can play the Babu again. But it's fine. ZZ was okay at release, but the more 650 suits were added to it, just rapidly dropped down to one of the worst suits. Yeah, I remember whenever it came out, 650 just felt like a extension of 600, which was fine. And then the Qubelay came out, and that just changed the whole game. I remember the Qubelay was just a monster when it came out. Also, you have to excuse me if you hear a smoke alarm in the background. That thing needs batteries. In Gundam Online, the Babu can fly with both halves flying together. Yes, it can. Although for this game, it might be more trickier to do with how they have it set up. But yeah, it was okay, and then it just got worse. Well, it wasn't even bad to begin with. It's just got mothballed from all the other better suits at 650. ZZ can split into 3 parts. They can transform without splitting. Bawu has to split and stay separate. Yeah, exactly. Unless they want to do... I think they could potentially do it, but I think I'm fine with the Bawu as it is now. Although in the description for the Bawu, they say, like, oh, there's rumors that it could transform. It's like, no, motherfucker, it can transform. You can just say that the mercenary group decided to remove that feature so it can be more consistent. That's all they had to say. Let's see. This shows that they can go back and give exciting suits major reworks aside from just some stat changes. Yeah, they can make the Gundam better. How about that? Can we get the higher cost Gundams to be a little bit better? Can we hit with the Gundam hammer twice instead of once? That'd be fucking awful. When the Keyblade came out, there were teams with just Keyblade, and the funnels were shredding everything. I hated my existence at the time. Yeah, it was, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they nerfed a Keyblade, and they specifically stated I can probably find it here when I go back. I don't remember exactly when the update was for the nerf of the Keyblade, but they specifically stated that the Keyblade was so strong that new suits that were coming out just couldn't compete with the Keyblade. That's just how fucking good it was. But nowadays, Keyblade is like, it's there, You can still do alright with it, but there's obviously some suits that can just dish out damage a lot more faster. 650 is just God. You can die really fast at 650. I want them to give shield to suits like Palestine. If Bawu can have a gun shield, so can others. Yeah, that's how I feel like with the Gigan. The Gigan definitely needs a shield. I don't know why the Gigan doesn't have one. It would help it a lot with survivability. You don't see a lot of Gians running out lately. Probably because they're really easy to beat. Unless you're a support, because that's just how pathetic how pathetic some supports are nowadays. And something else I was trying to think of. Yeah, the Palestine definitely needed a shield. The 15% less damage, like, really? Okay. That's not going to work against a heavy attack. Can they rework the GBO1? Maybe. There's a lot of suits that can potentially, like, a lot of older suits that can definitely take a look at. Also, the old tank Keyblades. They should give Keyblade biosensor. The tank Keyblades were toxic as hell. Oh yeah, that's the one the Keyblade I was running, and it still works to this day. How tanky you can do it. Just how I played it was just tank up the suit and just play at range. Cause goddamn, it was hard to deal with, especially when you had a whole team of them. Imagine again with heavy attack. That's just a downswing, Update Gigan to have more melee swings. Here's an idea for the Gigan. Give it a diagonal swing instead of just that stupid little poke forward. It makes no sense why your pilot would be fighting like McQuev, or is that his name, McQuev? Why is your pilot fighting in the same style as he is? I'm pretty sure, if I had the Gigan, I had one of the strongest beam sabers in Gundam at the time when it was there. I would be swinging that shit like diagonal, sideways. Because that's something the Gigan needs also, is the swing sideways, so that way it can actually catch people next to it. That would help it out significantly more. Rework the Goof's Heat Rod hitbox to be like Agu Guy. The buff was nice, but people only played it again for 5 seconds. Yeah, I feel like they should have gave the Goof a dodge roll. I think that really would have helped out the Goof even more. At least the higher cost Goofs, like the level 1 Goof could be fine without a dodge roll, but like the level 4, the 400 Goof probably could have used it. Began with heavy attack that does the fencing charge McQuev did in the anime. I'm fine with the Gigan's melee damage. I don't think it needs a heavy attack because it already does heavy attack damage with its melee anyway, especially with that downswing. I think the ZZ rework is a stealth work for the Theta Plus. Also funnel type, heavy Gundam anyone. Hey, that'd be cool. If we get the Theta Plus, a lot of people want the Theta Plus. I also really want OG Zakuto and GM to get dodge roll, would be really nice. Agreed. Definitely need dodge rolls for those old suits. And maneuver armor for the Zaku one. Or a dodge roll for the Zaku one, if maneuver armor isn't suitable for it. Just wishing some Vulcan and old slow-ass MG are buffed. I think the Vulcans could be fine on suits that are already like have a bunch of weapons on them. The GM probably needs those Vulcans buffed up a little bit, just a tad bit. The Yan side swing is literally just a neutral swing. Yeah, it is. The side swing needs to be a side swing. I like that you can hit in pinpoint areas with the side swings of the Gigan, but I'd rather have the usefulness of having an actual side swing. There's not going to be a lot of points where you're just going to hit people in the head with the side swing. Although the side swing's fast enough to where you can combo it easily, so I guess that's a benefit for having those side swings. But yeah, I'd rather just have an actual normal side swing. Makuve. Okay, Makuve. Makwev. Makuve. Okay. They could say it was found that the Bawu in mundane pilot's hands felt under-armored. The transformation mode has been removed to add extra armor to the mercenary production model. I'm assuming this is. Yeah. That's all they had to say, but they had to make it like some bullshit. All the Gigan's swings are neutral. Yep. Make a new Gigan Master MP. How about the Gigan cannon from, what was it? Garen's Revenge? Something like that. That video game. Although it'd still be a really sucky support because you would have the suckiness of the Gigan's melee reach, but now your support and it's gonna have one melee priority. At least it gets a cannon though. Whoa! It can see people's health. That's the benefit supports get. Give the Gigan a touchpad ability where you can flick a glass statue and gain a buff. Hell yeah. So is the updated ZZ coming this week? It appears so. I want that Unit 5 regular to have a evade, like a dodge roll. Yeah, I can see it. Explosive reactive armor for Zaku 1. Yeah, that'd be cool. Since it's supposed to be like kind of bulky, you know. They did it with the Hyzak, so why not the Baru? Ah, I'm scared. Pumpkins. Devil horns. Dolahan. The fuck's that pumpkin? Is that gonna be another pumpkin mask? Hell yeah. I want the Gog arm though. I want to have the Gog hugging my arm. And yeah, and yes, happy Halloween. Yeah, you know, happy Halloween. And yes, happy Halloween. Oh boy, we got our own waifu stands. Awesome. This one's the best one. No questions asked. Well, you all know that the base camp will be decorated to the Halloween style, and this year we have Code Fairy's characters and MS there. And this year, Tinda's prankster hid something in the base camp. Could you just could you just stop, Tinda? You fucking child. Seems Tinda really wants to put this to be the tradition. God damn, you know, translating. Come on, guys. This time is Code Fairy's team mark Noisy Fairy, which I actually do like that mark, by the way. You will see this mark in the camp everywhere. 18, alright. Take a quick look at the... oh, stream froze. That's not good. Make it to where you can move while aiming down sights, or don't need to wait until you're at a complete stop to use it. Find it useless. Want anything that doesn't snipe. So the XS is not the only big thing that's going to get shot down. Yeah. Giran's Greed had some weird suits like the Tim Ray's Gundam, which just had all of Gundam's weapons strapped to it. I kind of want that to be a Gundam suit, the Gundam Final Fight type, where you can put a whole bunch of weapons on it. That'd be fucking sweet. Now can they buff the Marasai beam rifle, please? No. How about no? We're not going to do anything with the Marasai. Does it say when Code Fairy pre-orders will be available for us? I'm going to assume it's going to be November 4th when the game it'll be the day before it comes out, and if you pre-order it, or if you get it on that day, you get to play it before before it comes out. Both the standard edition and the deluxe edition. I can feel good about going out in the ZZ now. Cool, yeah. No Jamru Fin then. Tomboy. Honestly, Zaku 1 needs some love, but I really, really want the Zaku 1 spike shield. Make the shoulder shields work. Yes, please. That too. It flies now. It flies now. Fuck the new Star Wars movie, by the way. Fuck the sequel trilogy. Tomboy is always best girl. Just look at Mora in 83. I don't want another raid for Halloween. Well, good. Thank goodness it's not going to be a raid. We'll get into it here in a bit. How about the Zaku 1 custom from MSG Origins, Advent of the Red Comet? That was pretty cool. Hey, we might get that. Seriously, though, the ZZ needed this upgrade for a long time. Like, you can tell it was added at a point in the game before there were really any other 650 suits. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the first 650 suit, so... The original Gundam should be able to use double beam sabers and the beam javelin. Imagine the Gundam using the hyper hammer in one hand and the beam saber in the other. That was kind of what I had an idea for the final fight version of the Gundam. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. Right in the mic. I'm on break, Dongo. I'm happy for the update. Great, King. Hell yeah. My idea for the Gundam final fight is like a higher cost Gundam to compete with like the Zeong, which it would have. You could switch between all of its weapons. You would have the napalm launcher. Maybe you could choose between the bazooka, or maybe you could have. You can either choose between the bazooka. Hold on, I had to remember. It's been a long time since I thought about it. I'm pretty sure it had a. You could use the hyper bazooka. You could use the beam rifle with the napalm, the super napalm. God damn, I cannot speak today. And you can have at least 3 melee weapons, and you can choose between which melee weapons you'd want, or maybe 2. You can choose 2 melee weapons you can omit or choose from. You got the. You would have 2 slots for melee weapons, and you can choose either the hyper hammer, the javelin, the double beam sabers, or the normal beam sabers. And maybe they'll give it like the shoulder cannon or something. Just make it have like almost every weapon it would need that it's supposed to use, And yeah, Snort, I just DSP'd everywhere. Technically the Gundam could have chucked the javelin. Imagine that in the game. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, you know what? Make that one of its weapons, where instead of meleeing with the javelin, you just chuck it and do like a heavy stagger or something. That'd be cool. Hello, Gridlock. Why does the Mark 5 not have the missiles yet? Hey, maybe we'll get it soon. So, since they're willing to completely retool suits now, maybe some other suits will get some much needed retooling. Yes, we were discussing that. I can definitely see some earlier suits getting some buffs like that. Double bazooka with sub beam rifle and napalm launcher, dual sabers or hammer with sub javelin. Yeah, kind of. Thank you for explaining it better than I did. Star Wars is only 6 episodes. Don't at me. You would be right. But if you want to count the Clone Wars series too, I would count in the Clone Wars series maybe the actually no, the anime stuff, that Visions is that one's obviously not canon. Although those are pretty cool. Some of those episodes are pretty cool. Some of them pretty stupid though. Full armor Alex Gundam. Hey, yeah, that'd be cool. I think they could rework Zamel somewhat. The splash feels small compared to the gun's huge caliber. I feel Assault Gun Tank has biggest splash for some reason. I feel that way too. I haven't played the Assault Gun Tank in a while though, but I feel like I can get really easy hits with that. But yeah, let's continue with the Halloweeny. If you can investigate every inch of the base camp and capture every mark in camera mode activated by touchpad button, you'll be able to get Mark Curie Garrett, which is only available here. The distinctive mark of the design is the harpy, which appears in mythology, which I actually kind of like that. Cool. Pretty cool looking. I might put that on a lot of my suits. And of course, here's your Halloween suit for Halloween. The limited time missions are initiating again. If you complete your missions, you'll get the new MS Gigan Space, also known as the Sleeves Gigan, a space-only support with a cost of $250, which I hate that it's $250 because that means it's stuck in Draw C Hell again. So I'm probably not going to be playing this suit a lot because 250 space is honestly fucking god awful for supports. I hate it, don't like it. But yeah, I hate that shit so much. Clone Wars Bad Batch was pretty good. I heard it was alright. Wish we had the regular Sentinel Gundam. No. Yazen's Full Armor Mark II. Hell yeah. When is the Halloween stuff on phone at the moment? Probably this Wednesday. Space Gigan. Draw C cannon. So we won't need to use a normal Gigan in space. That is the Halloween suit? Yes. I already like the normal Gigan. Like, I like using it, and in space, whenever I was first playing the game, it made for a really nice, beginner suit. You hold fire at people, shoot them with the cannon. For this, I don't know. It seems like it's going to be having the same stuff as the original. It's got the bigger Gallon gun arm, and it still has the top turret here. It seems like it's going to have the Vulcans as well. The only difference is instead of wheels, it has boosters. So we might get a Force Injector suit at 250 with a lot of boost gauge. I don't know how that's still going to help against the Draw C, because the Draw C is really oppressive at 250 against supports, and I mean really oppressive. I legit I will not play low cost space because it's just so Draw C heavy. AKA ain't using it except on a rainy day. You can have a full team of Draw Cs and fill all the roles just like the Cubelays. Yeah. GM Space Assault type is pretty fun support, not gonna lie. A Force Injector Gigan, which technically, I believe before they gave AMBAC to every suit, the Gigan was one of the few suits, low cost suits, that actually had AMBAC until, they gave it to everybody. But maybe that they'll make up for this by giving it Force Injectors. Maybe AMBAC level 2, like the original Gigan. But I hope it's not just a Gigan with Force Injectors and larger boost gauge. I hope like the beam, the Gallon gun could do a lot more damage. Maybe the turret could do a little bit more damage or something. I wished it was like a 300. I believe, is the Gigan 200 or 250 level 1? I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But yeah, I might just skip out on using the suit a whole bunch. Kind of like with the Draw C Heavy. I was excited for the Draw C Heavy because it's like, oh hey, we got to support Draw C, so now I can do the Draw C stuff to other suits, to generals, like how Draw C can do that shit to me as a support. But then instead they just made the Draw C needlessly. They nerfed it to the. They didn't give it any. They gave it all the negatives of being a Draw C with none of the positives. Besides, you can use the downswing. It was bad. I don't like it. I mean, it does do good damage with the sniper rifle, the anti-ship rifle. But yeah, you can easily clown on that suit pretty hard. A Force Injector Gigan. I think it's around 250-300. Rework ground type beam rifle. It suffers. I honestly don't like low cost in general. Low cost is fun though. I think a lot of early suits really need to be retooled because the game has heavily evolved since then, and new suits tend to have a lot more bells and whistles compared to earlier suits, which I agree with. A lot of suits definitely need to have some changes. Again, the Zaku 2 and the GM need a dodge roll desperately. I think that would help them with that. Draw C, downswing, whoosh. Yeah, I can already see. This thing is also bigger than the regular Gigan because of those booster pads. They'll say it in here. The boosters. Yeah, just boosters. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and read this real fast. For air defense missions that were developed on the asteroid Penzin at the end of the 1-year war, Neo Zeon MS that was modified as a special type of space battle. The base model was a mobile turret that did not have a walking unit and ran on 3 wheels. However, since the wheels have been eliminated and 2 large propellant boosters have been installed, the mobility is much higher than it looks. So it's probably going to be, having Force Injectors and more boost gauge just from this paragraph alone. The shape of the main body has been changed to a heavily armored type, which seems to be one of the concepts when Gigan was developed, and the armor strength has been slightly improved. Remember, change to a heavily armored type, but only slightly improved. Thank you. Still, with 180mm cannon on the head, an arm gatling has been replaced with a more powerful one. So more damage, I hope, on this gun. Like the Draw C, it is one of the examples of low-cost introduction of old MS into the Force through specialized modifications to follow the main MS unit using boosters and provide support fire as a cover for the assault. So it might be useful for space mix-up, maybe. Because I would not want to use this. I am just a bigger target for Draw Cs at the normal cost at 250 space. But, you know, maybe it'll actually be really good. Who knows? Grandpa Gundam still needs a buff. Yes, it does. So in Unicorn, we saw the Dom nades act like missiles. Maybe that option to all the old suits with nades. I'm pretty sure somebody posted something where, I'm not sure if it was a data mine or not, but they showed off the Dom grenades doing that. I think that might be a change we'll see sometime soon. They used the alternate design from MSX. Yeah, it's the Unicorn design, and it only appeared for like a second in Unicorn. Literally all low-cost GMs are virtually identical. There's barely any difference between them. Do you see anyone using GM2? No, because it's exactly the same as the other GM variants. Actually, I used the GM2 mostly because it's like a mini Mark II at its cost, and you also get a dodge roll. So I would use it over like any of the other GMs. Tracking grenades from Unicorn would be so cool. Yeah, Grandpa Gundam is just so. Lack of weapon choice. Mudrock's entire existence is to improve OG Gundam's lack of weapons. So it would be nice for high-cost non-native suits to just get better skills or even new. Yes, it would. I wonder if the Schwarzum Gallus is potentially going to be space only. The Schwarzum Gallus cannot. It doesn't have any boosters. So that'd be tough for it to be used in space only. I'm pretty sure it's going to be ground. If they do use it in space, maybe they can give it some kind of unique ability to hook onto people and it'll swing around in space instead of using boosters or the ability to fly around in space. I'm also a GM2 user. It can't fly. I have seen players use a GM2. You want to talk about GMs I haven't seen people use? I haven't seen people use the MSV, the Ray GM, the one with the rail cannon. I haven't seen anybody use that in a while. Swing like Spider-Man. Yeah, I guess a couple of people use it, but what I say still stands. All the GMs have nothing unique to them besides design and a couple of skills, maybe. Just give us SFS problem solve to make the non-flyable unit space. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna see the Schwarzum Gallus at some point, and it's probably gonna be a pretty heavy, like combo heavy raid. Probably gonna have like the heavy attack, maybe 2. It'd be awesome if we get a suit that has more than 4 directional melee attacks. We can see like 8 directions being used, where it does like different stuff when you do diagonal attacks, make it easier to combo, give you like a melee combo controller level 5 to start going crazy on people. That'd be fucking sweet. But yeah, here's your suit, the Gigan space. Not too excited to be using this suit because it's space only and it's 250 level 1. I'm not excited for that because this thing just looks like a walking target for Draw Cs, and they're the sole reason I just do not want to play lower cost space at all. So hopefully, maybe it's going to be better. Who knows? Furthermore, you also receive some kinds of headgear worn by the terrorist in a story. What? If you really like to be a mufti, please try to get one. I guess we're going to get some headgear as well. Nice. Have a great Halloween this year too. There will be reports of their discovery of these things being found on social media at the event, so if you want to avoid spoilers, make sure you find them first. And we got some Code Fairy collaboration campaign stuff going on. Complete the training, you can deploy, and it'll get you some missions in Code Fairy. That raid MSV GM with the railgun is so bad, but I want it to be good. Yeah. I played it once, I was like, I think I'm good. I love the GM custom at 400. Feels like the Mark II Lite. Yeah, exactly. I think the GM needs a larger retool because the GM in Canon pretty much outclassed most of what Xeon initially had. Like in Canon, the GM is superior to the Zaku 2 in every possible way. Yeah, but they kind of need it to be like, oh, hey, you just started the game. Here's your two suits. You got the Xeon grunt suit and you have the Federation grunt suit, you know? You joke, but if they have melee combo level 5, it would be a raid exclusive. Exactly, yeah. Pumpkin heads. Okay, so yeah, the Mafty mask, the pumpkin mask, got it. Short Gallus versus Gigan, ECOAS type, convoy type rematch. Yeah. The GM is supposed to run circles around the Zaku 2. Mafty headgear sounds like it'll be cool. I like that movie manga. I heard from a lot of people it's kind of boring. I haven't got a chance to see it yet, but I'm interested, you know. Although I think I know what happens, unfortunately, so I don't want to spoil it. Feels pumpkin, man. Really want the perfect Xeon, but we'll probably see another 2 rider variant before it. Well, the problem with the perfect Xeon is it might be like literally too big to use. I'm trying to think of like the size. Yeah, that thing would be really massive. It would have to be used on like open maps. If you try to use that on like Arctic base and try to get underneath things, it's not going to work. Yeah, the Xeon is already as big as a mobile suit just by itself, and then you add the legs on it, and the legs are big. And yeah, I would rather have the Bondoc than the perfect Xeon. If they're gonna have to add the Xeon, I'd have to see it had to be like a space only. Like there's not as much room for it to be used on some of the ground maps. Spoiler: Han Solo dies. How dare you! Man, I really want the Bondoc to be. Maybe that could have been the Halloween suit. But yeah, play Code Fairy, achieve certain conditions to get an MS that can be used in GBO2. So we already knew about this if you were in the last live stream. We looked at the video. You'll get some mobile suits. I believe the 3 you're going to get for Volume 1 is the Pixie with the beam scythes. 2 Zaku's, one of them being the Recon with the sniper rifle. That's a support, and then you have a half cannon, but it's a general with some other weapons on it. The more you play both games, the more fun you'll have. That's a lie. We hope you enjoy playing Code Fairy as well, which does look fun. I kind of wish it had a co-op mode, which I feel like they really missed the chance to do that for some reason. But okay. Keep putting effort, new MS, new features. Yada yada yada. Thank everyone who participated. Development team Uda. So yeah, that's going to be the overall of this. You know, nice. We got the Nero trainer coming in. Raid with a heavy attack and mobility. You can add more mechanic tickets. Double Zeta finally gets its transformation and can use its cannons. Happy Halloween. Get some nice designs. Best waifu right there. Don't at me. Gotta find the Noisy Fairy symbols. Here's a reward you get. I'm pretty sure this mask right here is a reward you get as well. Gigan is going to be the limited time mission suit, which does not excite me at all. And then, you know, Code Fairy collaboration. It follows the novel very closely, but there are some changes. A fun idea would be some sort of map RNG. I want the devs to make it so it breaks the cancer merry-go-round installed by the Arctic base. I was kind of hoping to have a space map where it takes place in the middle of a battle, so you have ships shooting their cannons around, and maybe, you know, you get a warning that, hey, instead of having support fire in that map, there's just already support fire coming at you, maybe in individual shots, not just a whole group of them. That'd be really cool. And, you know, maybe you get a notification like, hey, they're coming for you. Support fire incoming. You got to move out of the way. Be cool. Spoiler, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru die. Damn, bro, not my box of rice. Of course, the thing that really needs retooled is the supports like they did the raids a while back. Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of getting one shot from full health because my general decides to defend himself from another general, so he can't defend me for half a second, and then I just die because I try to tackle somebody, and the tackle doesn't go through. Thanks, game. I still want that boss mode where you can play as a Psycho Gundam or other bosses and fight people. Yeah, that's one I suggested way early in whenever I was making this YouTube channel. That would be a really fun game mode. Have like 2 bosses fight each other, have 3 people defending them, or maybe have one boss with 2 people defending it, and you have a 6-person team try to fight that or something, you know. I read that. Yo, what's happening? Hello, Big Ross. I'm excited for the general half cannon and the Red Rider. Yeah, the support half cannon was really fun to play. It's not like, the most meta thing ever, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine if something's not meta. But the half cannon was really fun. The minigun was really fun to use. Same thing with the slave wraith full armor, but I still prefer the half cannon. I'm super excited for the ZZ update. It's about time the old man got his crutches. Yep. So with Code Fairy, when the last time a all-female team in Gundam Universe ends... When was the last time a all-female team in Gundam Universe ends anywhere close to a happy ending? Well, it's infamous that Tomino does not like his women, Gonna kill them all. And they should add shoulder swap. That'd be an interesting idea. By the way, the Gallus K shoulder cannon is on the wrong shoulder, at least compared to how it's seen in Unicorn. Well, maybe it's a different Gallus K. They gotta have it on the side that you can see, It'd be easier to see, if it wasn't on that side. If it was on the other side, it would be harder to see. Man, I really cannot speak today. Damn. What if the devs add hand swapping for handheld weapons? It'd be cool. It'd probably help out with the Arctic base strategy a lot. Although it'd probably have to be like your main weapons, though. I admit I kind of want to see someone who doesn't pay attention to the updates get caught completely off guard when a ZZ gun transforms and comes after them. I'm assuming even if people who know about that are still going to get caught off guard because they're going to see a Gundam charge their beam rifle, shoot them, stun them, and then they get stunned again by the ZZ Gundam, and they're going, how the fuck did they do that again? Oh yeah, shoulder cannons. And then they try to move and they get shot in the air, like they get stunned again. It's like, oh fuck, I forgot he can fly. I'm dead now, Yeah, that'd be really fun. I hate tackling a support and still lose half health, and so I either instantly combust and knock the guy down, or I get a counter but still get damaged. Yeah, I'm glad, we have a single-player game, and, they spent money on that, and they spent money on a CGI opening for this game, but they still don't want to fix the servers, because it gets really annoying to play a support and seeing raids get buffed tremendously over and over again. And you're still dying. You're dying even faster to them. They should just give all support maneuver armor, at least to help them from getting instant stun. I think it'd be fine on certain supports, like the mass reduction Keyblade. I think it would help out that suit a lot. A lot of the bigger ones, for the higher cost, the Palace Athene probably should have had it as well. Should a blunt change for supports like maneuver armor being on all of them, or shock dampers be on all of them, be good overall, or would you say that would actually make them overpowered? Do not give all support shock dampeners. That would actually be really busted for a lot of supports. The Nemo 3 does not need shock dampeners. Neither does the gun cannon detector. Shock dampeners would be absolutely fucking busted on all if it was on every support. There's a reason why it's only on like the few that it is. What they should do is just give them some simple skills like, speaking of the Gigan has balancers, and that's a 250 support. For some reason, a lot of the higher cost supports don't have balancers, and there's some supports that actually play a lot better if they have balancers, like the Gallus K, where it'd actually help out its combo game if it could because of its amazing melee damage. The best part in GBO2 is you tackle, the lag kicks in, you both get staggered somehow. The full armored 7th swaps to a middle POV when it crouches while using the mega particle cannon. Yeah. They could do that for some of the suits that have a left side thing blocking everything. Bondoc, let's yeah, let's get the Bondoc in. Doubtful, but can they give Zaku Kai hover now like the OVA? Who knows? It might be possible. Support doesn't need maneuver armor. Give them a special skill that adds a big buff to get the fuck out of the area with a long cooldown. So you mean maneuver armor? So they can actually run from the heavy attack or one combo death. Yeah, that's a problem a lot of supports have, is they get stun locked whenever they appear, so they can't actually get like some damage off. Maneuver armor on a few supports would help them out. A dodge roll on a few of the supports would help them out. The game will not... Raids will still be able to one combo supports, but at least they can attempt to get out of it faster instead of just sitting there and just tanking all of it, you know? And by tanking all of it, I mean just straight up dying in one hit because of, heavy attacks, which this new raid we're getting is also having a heavy attack. Oh yeah, double tackle as well. Double tackle should be on a lot of supports. Like the regular Rick Diaz has a double tackle. The Schwartzem Diaz does not, and that really hurts that suit a lot. Because they're basically helpless if their first tackle doesn't work, especially if it's because of that tackle lag. Yeah. Like, literally, it's so inconsistent. A number of combinations, including instantly combusting, taking damage, getting knocked down, actually landing the counter can happen. Make supports great again. And there's the times when you dodge roll and you die. Yeah, I hate that as well. I'm just thinking about giving the ZZ Alice from the excess. But at 50%, the ZZ will have thrusters for days. Yeah, honestly, I think they should increase the time the Alice on the XS increases. I feel like they should do some other stuff with the Alice, like maybe it gives you ASL on some of your weapons, better ASL, maybe more damage on your beam weapons, because Alice is supposed to help you survive. The AI is supposed to help a normal pilot survive. So it would be awesome if it actually did that, besides giving you more thruster gauge. Oh wow, I thought the support Diaz had double tackle. I don't remember it having double tackle, and if you watch my newest video today, where I picked the Bjarlink custom, and Honey, Mick, and Zero, and another dude had it was a 6-man team, but 4 of them were Schwartzem Diaz, and yeah, they got dicked on by the Bjarlink custom, which was me. And I hardly had to sweat for it. Most of these suggested buffs wouldn't be necessary if we had dedicated servers. Yeah. Although I would still give supports some kind of more skills, Hi. Hello, Will Games. Turn Alice on to let us shoot down missile and nades. I'm not sure if that's a thing in this game, but I think that would be really cool. It would give purpose to the Vulcans more, is if the Vulcans can actually shoot missiles. If you're firing down at somebody, maybe they can auto-lock onto missiles. Granted, if they can actually hit them first, maybe if you already have your Vulcans, it would add some kind of extra layer, to a lot of suits, make some suits a little bit more useful, Maybe help with the instant stuns at lower cost that are using the bazookas, because you see that plenty of times in the Gundam show. The first episodes, even in the original Gundam series, I have watched the first few episodes, and yeah, the Gundam uses Vulcans to shoot down missiles that are coming towards it. Honestly, even if they don't give supports double tackle, they should give them the interrupt tackle skill, so that if they miss the counter tackle, they can still get distance while the enemy recovers. You mean like the one that the I cannot remember its name. The one where it's almost dead. Its biosensor activates when it tackles people at heavy staggers. That'd be useful. I mean, some supports can heavy stagger when they tackle, so that way they can try and attempt to get away. Disgusting slaughter. Yeah, bruh, Your new video is exactly why the Beyond Custom is not a 600 suit and why heavy attacks are busted AF. I mean, the Beyond Custom does have... honestly, the Beyond Custom's heavy attack isn't that busted to me. It's really hard to hit and really hard to time, but when you do hit it, it does a lot of damage. That's one of the... I use the Beyond's heavy attack more for utility instead, and I feel like that's how heavy attacks should be in this game. They shouldn't be used to just one hit. How most people use heavy attacks is if a teammate is attacking somebody else, they run up, do their heavy attack, they pretty much nearly instant kill them. Or if a support just happens to look the wrong way for just a moment, heavy attack, instant dead at full health. No counterplay at all, which is really annoying because generals and raids, they can counterplay each other as much as they want. And yeah, the game walk, that was the name of the skill I was thinking about. But yeah, the Beyond Custom, it does have hard counters in the game. Again, like the Ifrit Schneid comes to mind, the DJ. If somehow you're using the Camphor at 600, the Camphor can hard counter it with the shotgun. That would definitely help against the Beyond Custom. It can be beaten, but the team has to like try to hit. It's one of those. If you see it, you're gonna have to take it out. Because if you don't, then the support's pretty much a goner. Has anyone ever gotten to 500k damage in GBO2? I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the history. Unrecorded history. Could some supports have shots that instant knockdown rather than stun, or pure shields like raid heavy attacks? I think pure shields would be a lot better. Instantly knocking somebody down just from shooting them, I don't feel like that would be good for balancing. Does XS Beam Smart Gun have ASL? If it does, and if so, is it good ASL? I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I played the XS, but that could be something if the Alice activates. Finally it transforms. Yes, Jack, it does. Because as it is, if you miss your counter and both of you are stunned, you're basically a sitting duck. If you had interrupt tackle, you could just get out of there. Yeah. The Game Walk has that heavy tackle skill. Yeah, and I feel like that could be quite helpful on some other supports as well. Give suits the ability to raise their shield in front of them. Give players some kind of blocking option. Tackles don't cut it. Have something to where like if you hold a certain button, you can actually move your shield around manually. That'd be kind of cool. Woo, ZZ Transformation. Hello, Taru. Give support melee priority 5. They don't do much against raid, but it lets you get away. I feel like some of them should get some better melee priority, like the Gallus K. The Gallus J has 3 melee priority, has maneuver armor, has a dodge roll. So the Gallus K is a more armored version of the Gallus J, yet it doesn't have maneuver armor. It only has 1 melee priority, despite still having the great melee damage, as indicated by its melee damage. And I'm fine with it not having dodge roll. It's all heavily armored and stuff, but it makes no sense that some suits lose their skills compared to their general counterparts, especially if they're said to be better than the previous suits, like the MP Cubile. Hopefully the Beyond Custom 02 will come to the game as a support. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at some point. It might be like a 3-star, possibly a 2-star. It's not as it's not as popular as the one from Torrington Base, but it'd be cool. Imagine supports with heavy attacks, but for their guns. Well, they do exist. Like the Faz and the Full Armor 7th Gundam. But the thing is, they have to wait. I believe for the Faz, you have to wait 30 seconds or 20 something to fully charge that, and then shoot somebody, and that is if you don't get stunned. Meanwhile, raids can just rapidly just do their heavy attacks over and over again. I think the biggest thing the supports need is just things to get distance on melee suits. It could even be something that being stunned a little shorter than the other classes. That's why I suggest basic stuff like maneuver armor and a dodge roll for just some of the supports. It's not going to break the game that a raid can chase after support. And, supports, they don't have to get killed in brain dead ways. And I'm not saying raid players are brain dead, but it's so easy to chase after supports as a raid. You can just stun them, go crazy, they're dead. I've seen a nuke get 240k, but that's it. I've actually seen, I believe, 300k at one point. But that's the highest I've seen it. Or if tackle is all we're gonna have, make the counter mechanic more consistent and reliable. That would actually have to, they would have to fix the game for that. Oh, you're a support? Guess you don't need these skills anymore. LMAO, watch high noob become support and gets one comboed by raid. Yeah, that'd be really annoying. Also, Ricochet's Mega Launcher, but still you have to wait forever. Fast has 30 seconds to charge and 2 minutes to cool down, so no reason that shouldn't be an instant kill. Which it does, it nearly instant kills. If anybody is below like 90% health, they're pretty much guaranteed to die if they're not a raid. So, yeah, but at the same time, the Fast can get killed over and over and over again from full health from a heavy attack. Meanwhile, supports, they don't nearly do the same thing, generals. I have done 350k damage in a Mark 5. Hey, that's pretty damn good, actually. Your team must not have been doing anything. It's honestly sad when I'm a raid and I'm chasing down a support and they can't run away, and I feel even worse on the receiving end. Yeah, again, watch the Bjarlant custom video. You'll get to see how 4 supports handle a Bjarlant custom. Granted, they didn't use the bazookas, which the bazookas would be a lot better against me. They had shrapnel bazookas, but I'm pretty sure if you have the normal bazookas, you can actually shoot flying suits out of the air. But the thing is, the Bjarlant custom has maneuver armor, so that could be tricky. But yeah. So anyway, you guys liking the sound of this new update? You know, I'll go ahead and review it one more time. You know, you get the suit for Wednesday is going to be the Nero Trainer type. It's going to be a 450 raid. It's going to have a heavy attack. It's going to have the reverse skill, so it can change turn around. You know, you can add even more tickets to your upgrading station here. The enhanced boost. You add 14 more. The double Zeta gets its transformation. It can use its shoulder cannons. Halloween, we get the Mafty terrorist masks, and you have to find the Noisy Fairy logos everywhere, and you will get some stuff out of it. You'll get a harpy, which I actually like to look at that. And one of your limited mission suits, or your limited mission suit, is going to be the Gigan Space, which I don't know why they just didn't put sleeves on it, but yeah, Gigan Space. Not too hopeful for this suit in the long run, since it's 250, that's Draw C territory. And Code Fairy collaboration stuff. Best waifu, don't at me. I really hope the game is not just one big waifu game. I would actually just kill myself. Yeah, everybody, big old thank you from Uda. Saw that video this morning. Shooting flying suit at relative high speed is kind of ass in the game. That's why they gave it really good melee. It doesn't need the heavy attack when its downswing claw attack is a heavy attack. It doesn't say when they'll update the ZZ, right? I'm pretty sure this is going to be the Wednesday of... because this is usually how they do these updates, is that everything they mention here is going to be on Wednesday. Some people I hear from Reddit saying the Ziroshiki AR can counter BC, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all either. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Bjarlant Custom will shit on the Ziroshiki. If the Ziroshiki can potentially shoot the Bjarlant Custom out of the air when it's not using its maneuver armor, then yeah, I guess, but it can't counter the Bjarlant Custom. Bjarlant Custom will take that suit out of the sky. Will it have the same 0087 EFF uniform, or will it have the Task Force Alpha uniform? I don't know. waifu operations. But yeah, that's the update, the Halloween update. I'm pretty sure these are all going to be here on Wednesday. If I'm going to take a look, let me look one more time. These update, nice translation, will be start from PDT 27/10/2021, Wednesday, so tomorrow, and Thursday there. So yeah, that's going to be tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure with that, all of these are going to be there tomorrow. Even the Double Zeta, it seems. If not, we'll probably see the Double Zeta update a little bit later. Yeah. Wonder if we're going to get a Lilith's Ground GM when Code Fairy drops. It's all gray and uses the Beam Scythe, I believe. Maybe. Who knows? The highlight for me is definitely the improved ZZ. Yeah, that's why I'm having it on this the entire time. You know, I could go up and be like, hey, Nero, or hey, Gigan that's going to get fucking wiped in space. But yeah, the biggest thing here for me is the Double Zeta, because that's something a lot of people were requesting. And actually, it's two things a lot of people were requesting. Transformation, and it can use its shoulder cannons. And, you know, the Nero is going to seem like a pretty good raid unit, depending on how its resistances are going to be. And the Gigan, again, I'm going to say for like the upteenth time, the Gigan might get just dunked on because it's going to be a big support around draw Cs. That's going to be really annoying to try and play. Same with like when they released the draw C heavy. Dead weight trainer. They better do a ZZ banner. They might. Who knows? Maybe they'll put it in the recycled ticket shop. Was hoping the limited MS would have been the Dolahan 2. No more Pale Riders. Excuse me real fast. Alright. Yeah, they might actually... I'm pretty sure that's why they held off on the ZZ being at 700. Maybe they were working on this this transformation and stuff so they can put it at 700 cost. Space Gigan's going to be that picture, Piper Perry surrounded. BB Studios here to remind you that we hate supports. Oh, you don't have to remind me. I get reminded every day I play the game. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the stream. We did a nice clean under... Well, actually, the stream stopped for a second, so it's probably over an hour now. But for this one, it's under 45 minutes. Or under an hour, so I guess I can keep it that way. You know, if you guys have anything else to discuss, go ahead and I guess lay it on me in the chat. Right now it's almost 46 minutes, and I'll wait until the let's say the 48 minute marker. So starting right now, 46 minutes in. I'll wait until we get to the 48 minute mark. See if anybody else has anything else to say. Imagine the ZZ at 700 then gets shit on by the new and Suzabi. Yeah, that's probably going to happen. Although this transformation will probably help it out a lot. I don't think, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen a double Zeta at 700 yet. At least for me playing. I've seen the XS. And I've seen the O. I've played the O at 700. And some other suits. But yeah, I don't think I've seen the double Zeta at all, somehow. Nah, the new ZZ will clap. Yeah, I think it's going to be significantly better at doing 650 now. Your waifu choice is bad and you should feel bad. I'm sorry I have the right opinion. The Zeta plus C1 plays like a general and the G-Line full custom. Yeah, they still suffer problems. Though those ones are obviously like on the better end of supports. Well, at least the C1. The C1 is way better. There's a reason why the C1 is like the number 2 vote, like highest voted support. With number 1 being the full armor Haikushiki. A lot of those like those suits have a lot in common with like generals. Usually, if your support is closer to a general, it'll do better. It's almost like because they can fight, they can fight raids. Did XS have a unique pilot suit come with it? I don't believe so. I used the Cubile at 700 and got violated. Yeah, it was kind of funny seeing that the Cubile Mark II got selected first, and then I saw nobody use the Cubile Mark II, probably because when they used it their first match, they got wiped, like, just got wiped. Especially with the Sazabi and the new Gundam roaming around. I started using the full custom recently. It's pretty fun. Yeah, it can be pretty fun because it plays different compared to other supports because it has some sort of melee presence. Although it still feels very awkward to play. It can still kind of do something. It's also kind of weird playing supports, older supports like the Mudrock and the Gigan, because the Mudrock has balancers. It has, stun potential. It can defend itself quite well. The Gigan has balancers, and that's a 250 support. And we can't get supports at 700 and 650 to have balancers for some fucking reason. The Gigan has balancers. Okay, cool. I first came to... Oh, hold on, I missed one. If the ZZ beam rifle got reworked to function like the Rick Diaz 2s, that would be nice. I imagine that's probably why they gave it the shoulder cannon, so it can have a stun. It'll easily combo into the beam rifle, I'm assuming. Yeah, I first came to a 700 match with the Cubile Mark II and got shredded and basically helped someone get around, I think, almost 300k. Yeah, the Cubile Mark II gets dicked on, especially by the Sazabi. At least, if the Sazabi can touch it. I hope we get the High Nu as a raid with the follow funnels. It doesn't need a heavy attack, though. We might see the High Nu. I'm not sure about the Nightingale, but we might see the High Nu. Maybe the Rigazi will one day be transformable, though that dream was dead when ZZ couldn't fly. But now, the problem with the Rigazi is that the Rigazi, it's a one-time use thing, or at least you have to set it up again. It can't just willy-nilly transform back into the its transformation. Not like the Rigazi custom. I'm looking at it and it did. It was kind of like Camille's suit, but the shoulders are brown. Can't wait for it. The Gigan has balancers? Yes, the Gigan does have balancers. And that thing has 49 thruster gauge, by the way. Or at least lower thruster gauge. I'm trying to remember. I have my full armor Haikushiki with nearly maxed melee resistance. It's funny watching even raids practically bounce off me. Yeah, there's some supports that are better at doing that. Like, the one I'll pull up sometimes is the Hama Hama. But then again, you're just prolonging your death. But the thing with Hakushiki Kai is it's actually pretty good. So it's helpful that you can have that max melee resistance against some of the raids there. New might be the raid variant. Oh boy. At last, they've added transformation. Hello, Soul Vanguard. Once again, I hope they use the Kai CCA MSV design for High Nu. What's the point of bouncers if you can't even boost for more than 2 seconds? I don't know, but the Gigan has it. Probably because it has... So, if you remember what I said earlier, the Gigan was one of the few lower-cost suits, actually, to have AMBAC. So, it was probably meant to be used in space to, like, do some kind of combo to whip out its melee, go in for, like, a neutral swing, keep somebody stun locked. Since, boost gauge lasts longer in space. I'm just praying they don't add Unicorn anytime soon. Have you seen the upgraded Dejay CA? It's got the Dejay SER's head and the Yagdoga's limbs. I think somebody showed me a picture of it. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. We'll probably see it at some point. What if they added the Psycho Gundam? They already have added the Psycho Gundam as a boss. And the Psycho Gundam Mark II. But the Psycho Gundam itself is a little bit too big. Although, if they ever do a boss mode where somebody gets to be a boss, then I can see the Psycho Gundam being used, you know. But yeah, that seems to be the chats for now. Gonna double check on any super chats. Nope, just the one from Moggy that says kiss, 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 kiss. And again, I have to remind myself that Christopher Peck, if you're around, I didn't get to your super chat last stream. Thank you for the $2 super chat sticker of the pair going cool. Oh, we got some more people coming in here. What if they added this? Will you have to draw for it, or will they update the ZZ? We may have already have it in the pool. I'm pretty sure it's the ZZ just getting updated. The Psycho Gundam Mark IV, yeah, I can see that being a suit, Moon Gundam suit. Yeah, cool. Where's the Big Zam? They just, for some reason, they skipped the Big Zam. I don't know what happened to the Big Zam. I guess they didn't want to do 1 Year War boss battles for some reason. Totally would have liked to see the Big Zam, because it's not only is it a big meme, but it's actually kind of cool the way it operates. You know, area of just shoots all around it, surround sound, fucking surround sound looking ass. It's like one of my favorite mobile armors, I believe too. I'd like to see. It's gonna be hard to do, but maybe if they can shrink its size a little bit for robot or Tamashi spirits, robot Damashi spirits. To see like an anime version of the Big Zam. Of course, again, they would probably have to shrink it down, because the Big Zam's pretty fucking massive. Big Zamu, yeah. Oh man, imagining all the effect parts they can put on the Big Zam. Holy shit, that'd be expensive as fuck though. Like the Zamel I have, the robot, the Damashi Nation, Robot Damashi Nation's anime line of the Zamel was starting out price was close to $300. So I'm imagining anything bigger than that is going to be just a hit on the wallet. Zamel is the second best support. I hope to give out tokens for this year's limited missions. Oh, I'm pretty sure they will. It's it's an event. They did a Robot Damashi J-Dre. So Big Zam isn't exactly out of the picture. Well, isn't the Dre significantly smaller though? As a mobile armor, and I'm pretty sure that one's a different line. That the Dre. I'm pretty sure that's the metal spirits, right? Which they have like their own sizes, I think. Give us a perfect grade Big Zam. I want my gunpla taller than my house. Hell yeah, perfect grade Neo Zeong, baby. If they added in Big Zam, definitely get the Big Ro or Zachrello. Dude, the Zachrello as a boss would be cool too. It'd be kind of scary because it would rush at you really fast, but it would turn really slow, and that would be its weak point, you know? It'd make an easy boss. I have the Zamel. Yeah, if you're talking about the Damashi Nation, the anime figure Zamel, it's a pretty damn good looking figure. God damn, I like it a lot. And I recently got the Perfect Zong anime figure coming in, and that's gonna look fucking sweet. By the way, it's gonna be pretty big, and you can also take off the legs so it becomes a regular Zeong. Be fucking cool. Just gonna be fighting my Gundam with this normal ass fucking steel sword. You know what? They probably do the Big Ro as well at some point. Over on Gundam. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the one that has the O armor. I could see that. The Over on Gundam. Yeah, I can totally see that. Maybe it could start off as if they ever add a purging mechanic. I can see it starting off as like an O. Every gunpla. Oh no, disconnected. Oh no, that's not good. I sure hope it this doesn't count as like 3 videos, but yeah, I think I'm going to well, let's make sure everybody can hear me first. Everybody's saying F, that's not a good thing. F's everywhere. Okay, we back. Now I can end it. They need to make some fleet ship boss fights. Hey, again, that idea would be really nice for a space map to have a ship battle going on. Yep, that's how you end the stream. Well, yeah, we're gonna end the stream after 1 minute. We only been recording for 1 minute, guys. You know, that's all you need to see is just the transformation pictures here. Alright, but yeah, that's gonna end it. Thank you guys for participating in this discussion. Let me know what you guys think about stuff. It's good to communicate with the chat members. I don't see a lot of that going on with a lot of stream people. For some people that have like over 1,000 people watching, obviously they can't try and connect with the chat stream, but damn. But yeah, that'll be it, and I'll see you guys later.